I'm at the London Wine Fair. It's where all of the people from the wine world come together for a massive piss-up once a year. Thousands of wines, thousands of alcoholics. No, they're not really alcoholics, they're all working. It's where all the people from the wine trade come to discover the latest trends.
A couple of months ago I went to the London Wine Fair and I was drinking a lot of Sauvignon Blanc. When I first got interested in wine, I was drinking lots of Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. And what I liked about those wines was the really zesty gooseberry qualities that they've got. And also they're a bit grassy, and on some of them you even get notes of cat's piss. Then I started drinking classic regions like Pyrene and Sancerre. Those wines go really well with seafood. It's the chalky soils and the high acid and the citrus fruits. And I've started to wonder whether there are any other styles of Sauvignon Blanc worth drinking.
So I'm looking for something that's new and exciting and something that I haven't had before in the world of Sauvignon Blanc. This one, right? Catalonia in Spain. It's called Taleia. The great thing about it is it's got all of these tropical fruits like pineapples, passion fruit, but it's also really fresh because it's about 1,000 meters above sea level. So that's great. We've got more classic wines, so Sancerre, everyone knows that. So that's your classic minerally grassy Sauvignon Blanc. But then also Sauvignon Blanc from Lebanon. Look at this, Marsyas. The same family has got wine that comes from Syria as well, which I'm really a big fan of. But this one, 80% Sauvignon Blanc with a bit of Chardonnay, really ripe. It hasn't got any of that grassiness that you might associate with Sauvignon Blanc. So just because of the place, the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon, totally different style. That's a really good one. Spotted another amazing Sauvignon Blanc at the wine fair from Indigo Wines. Here it is.
So this is Sauvignon Blanc, but maybe not how you've tried it before. It's from the Hemelanade on the Cape in South Africa. It's a very small block of wines. It's fermented in wood and spends a lot of time on the lees, so it's got a lot more texture. It's a little bit riper. It's not got that kind of like zestiness that you get from New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. So
no grassiness.
No grassiness, exactly. No cat's pee at all.
No cat's piss for this one.
No cat's piss at all. But we think it's just it's a lovely sort of summer drinker.
Yeah, I like it. I'm with Nick from Modal Wines, and we've discovered what could possibly be the most interesting Sauvignon Blanc of the day, and it's Italian.
Yes, so this is from a producer called Cascina Zerbetta in Monferrato in Piedmont, and it's called the Shanpan 2017. And essentially, it's not a pet nat in that there's two fermentations, but the second fermentation is induced by using must from a late harvest of the same vineyard. So with the natural sugars of the grapes and the natural yeast, and then he leaves all the goodness in the bottle.
Yep, it's very funky. We like this one. It's yeasty. It reminds me a bit like a Belgian beer, a bit like Lambics. But it's very aromatic.
Yeah, it's fresh,
very unique.
Nice low alcohol.
Summer wine.
Exactly. Nailed it.
Very good.
Have a look at this. This is from Western Australia, Margaret River, made by a guy called Sam Vinculo. It's a skin contact Sauvignon Blanc. Look at this colour. So he's let the grapes and the skins sit for a little bit, so you get some of the tannin and some of the texture from the skins. And he hasn't filtered it, as you can see. No sulfites added. He doesn't add anything else, just grapes, and he doesn't use oak either, so it's just the pure character of the Sauvignon Blanc. But on this wine, what was really interesting was how much mango and passion fruit came out of the glass. It was just like, it was like getting hit in the face with a mango. It was ridiculous. If you can find this wine, you're very lucky. It's quite hard to find. It's so delicious. It's so tropical. It's so vibrant. It's also got a bit of texture as well. So instead of being very crisp and straight like some of the other Sauvignon Blancs, it's got a bigger mouthfeel. It's got a bit of grip as well. Very nice. In Pyrene and Sancerre, where the classic Sauvignon Blanc comes from, there's winemakers there who are doing late harvest stuff. So they're letting the grapes hang on the vine for a bit, and that creates more orangey, sewage coloured wines, which on paper sounds ridiculous, but when you taste them, you get less of that sort of zesty, grassy aroma, and it turns into like apricots and dried fruit and things like that. I'd really recommend those sorts of late harvest or skin contact styles if you want to try something really different from Sauvignon Blanc. So we've seen most of the styles of Sauvignon Blanc. We've seen the hotter countries like Lebanon, there's some hotter areas of South Africa, Chile, where the grapes can get much riper and you get less of that zestiness and more of the riper fruits. So you're going to get tropical fruits, mango, passion fruit, pineapple. If you find one that's got a bit of altitude as well as that hot weather, so Chile's a good example of that, you're going to get freshness and ripeness, so that's the perfect balance. Skin contact ones, you've got late harvest ones, orangey ones, some of them are a bit browner, some of them are straw coloured. There's a whole world of Sauvignon Blanc out there, so if you think you're not really a fan of Sauvignon Blanc, I wouldn't write it off just yet.